Hello everyone, this is Hamza Mazhar Sheikh, the CEO and founder of Argard Global Incorporation. Since our last video, we've received numerous additional queries regarding numerous different aspects, and there's certainly something that I would like to share before anything else. We were asked, actually, I was asked that what I do and what's my specialty and what kind of work did we start with when we started this company a long time back. And if I have to be clear and if I have to term it in a single set of phrases or words, then it's that I develop business branding and marketing strategies for other businesses. So I'm a specialist at that. You can always get your business marketing and branding strategy developed by me, and this is what my firm does. We started with this, and then we started offering solutions, and afterwards we also started to tap diverse categories in terms of business solutions. It all ranges from digital solutions to warehousing and logistical based solutions. There are different aspects to it as well. There's advertising in it as well, and their management services as well. So, long story short, we develop business branding and marketing strategies primarily, but now we're into offering different kinds of business solutions, be it for one-time prices and costs, or be it on subscription basis. Nonetheless, there's a certain aspect that I wanted to share today, and I think that it is imperative for business owners to know about this because 95% of the businesses out there, they don't know anything about it, and they say that they've actually never heard anything like this, although this is something that every business owner should know. Nonetheless, let me get started about business strategies as a whole. Business strategies is a diverse field, and every business requires a strategy to run. So it all starts from the stem of the tree from which it grows, and ultimately branches come out, and then leaves come out, and ultimately becomes a bigger tree that offers fruits in the future. But it all comes down to the stem, to the pillars of a house. If you have to, understand it in that manner, it all comes down to the strategy a business uses in order to have successful customer acquisitions, in order to set up a pricing model, or even they have to set up a unique set of their own brand identity and brand positionings. Further, in this video I will take this leverage and given the idea that we've been receiving inquiries regarding business strategies as well, and we've seen that not a lot of businesses work on this. They're just like, okay, we'll open up a physical outlet of a certain product or a service, or we'll potentially create an e-commerce store of a certain product or a service, and then ultimately we'll just set up pricing and then we'll just start selling. I believe that is not how things go, because you are supposed to research about what the kind of category you're going to function in. If you're getting started, then you have to research. The bigger corporations, they're successful because they are in the constant state of R&D. R&D just doesn't mean developing new products or services, or just offering and working on new efficient ways of providing product or services, but it's also about knowing about your competition and competitive analysis that a business is supposed to do. I'll talk in detail about the comparative analysis in my next upcoming videos, but it is imperative to basically understand business strategies. Business strategies, it's a diverse field. It's a big field as well, because every single business requires their own unique set of strategies as well. But if I have to start and if I have to be humble when telling you in a simple and plain manner, because you're a startup owner and you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, and you've not heard about this before, or you've not even planned on implementing it on your own business before, then you should start with this. I'm going to start with the basics so that you know that this is how to chart out a good business strategy for your business. So according to Michael Porter, there's lots of things that Michael Porter has taught us, but amongst them are business strategies as well. Michael Porter says that there are five kinds of business strategies, and although these are five generic strategies, and there are a lot more strategies than this if you have to go in detail. But if you're a startup owner, as I mentioned earlier, you just have to start with the basics. So if I have to say this, There are five business strategies that are generic, and I'll give you an example for each, and I'll try and explain each one of them to you briefly as well. But if starting with the first one, it is the cost focus business strategy, which is also known as the low cost leadership strategy, in which a business offers a unique, not unique, but a wide range of products to its customers, and they offer low prices for it as well. The prices are low or not, or even if they're only advertised low, that's a debate for another time. But the business is opting for a low cost strategy if they're like super center who are offering numerous and wide variety of products to its customers and offering the lowest prices. The perfect example for this would be Walmart, because Walmart operates and offers a huge variety of consumer goods and FMCGs to its customers, and it's offering the lowest prices. And whether those prices are low or not, that's a debate for another time. And I'll be sure to make a video about this as well. Now, talking about the focus strategy, and the focus strategy is further divided into two components. These both of the two components are part of the generic five strategies taught by Michael Porter. So first one is the focus by differentiation strategy. This is when you're offering you just target a certain customer segment and you only offer a single kind of product to that particular customer segment. This segment can either be price sensitive or not, but you are offering that certain good based on differentiation. You have to remember that this is a differentiated high value product. So in 99% of the cases, the customers are not price sensitive in this category. A good example can be Rolex watches. The reason why Rolex watches it can be an example is because Rolex only sells watches, and at the same time, those watches are expensive. They're meant for a certain target segment. They're meant for a certain social economic class, and Rolex just focuses on their customers in this particular segment. So this is called the focus by differentiation strategy. Third one can be the focus based on cost, low cost leadership strategy, a little bit blend on focus and then on the low cost leadership, as you mentioned, the first aspect. This can be a good example, can be a low cost airline. It can be Southwest or Ryanair or EasyJet, any kind of low cost airline that they're just offering passenger travel services. They're focused to a certain service, and then they're offering it to only the people from the comparatively to the social economic class that cannot afford first or business class or even expensive economy classes as well. So they're just offering it, cheap air service to customers from a certain target segment. They're just offering airline services. They're offering nothing more. So a good low cost airline can be a very good example on focused dash cost leadership strategy. The fourth strategy can be differentiation strategy. I believe differentiation strategy is where a certain business or brand offers a wide product range potentially, or a mediocre in size product range, and it offers to a certain target segment. The products can be overall expensive or not. The customer can be price sensitive or not, but it's overall differentiation strategy. So in most cases, the customer is not price sensitive, and it offers it's inclined, the value mix is inclined towards a certain social economic class as well. So in this particular case, we can take a good example of Apple. I've chosen say simple examples because I want you people to understand how strategies work. So Apple offers lots of products. They offer watches, they offer computers, laptops, tablets, mobile phones, and they offer accessories as well. And they're also developing new sorts of products as well, and that too targeting the certain customer. So their products are expensive, they're high in value, they offer innovation, they offer lots of features, and they are targeted towards a certain target segment, which I believe is social economic class A1, A2, and a little bit of B1 as well. So I hope you now understand how differentiation strategy works. Okay, so next is the integrated cost leadership and differentiation strategy. This is where a company tries to achieve lowest costs and offering unique product or service at the same time, being parallel to each other. A good example can be the Toyota's Prius product line, the cars that they sell in terms of hybrid. Prius is a very good example of how low cost and differentiation products can be sold at the same time. The Prius car itself, in terms of value proposition, is it's cheap in comparison to the other cars around. It's in its segment, and at the same time, Toyota has achieved low production costs, and their manufacturing line has reduced overheads over the passage of time. So they're offering a good value proposition for a very low price. So that is innovation, because it's a hybrid and battery run car, and at the same time it's cheap as well. So I believe that's a good example for the differentiation and low cost strategy being implemented at the same time. These were the 5 strategies that I've explained to you, and you can always reach out if you want to know more strategies. But I believe if you're a business owner, then you have to analyze that there should be any one of these 5 categories your business should function in. And after you've jotted down your business's strategy, remember one thing, that branding and marketing strategies come after that, and then you have to work on them as well. But before jotting down a business strategy, it is imperative that you do a complete market research of the kind of field your business is supposed to or is functioning in. You cannot jot down strategies if you cannot, if you cannot analyze data and you have not researched in that particular segment. Let me give you a good example of how things should supposed to be. You plan to open an outlet in a certain market that is geographically, it's unrelated to a bigger market. So it's kind of a small ecosystem that you operate in. And I'll make a video about small ecosystems in my, in the upcoming times. And you're supposed to know how small ecosystems work and what they are as well. But the biggest thing is that you go over there, and then you need to analyze if there are like 20 shops and one of them is supposed to be yours, and what the other 19 are doing, what kind of business are they doing, what kind of revenues are they generating. And apart from that, you need to analyze if anyone is functioning in the same segment as you are, if anyone function is selling the same products or service as you are. If yes, then what kind of pricing are they offering, what kind of service are they offering, whether you can offer something better than them or not. And if they're not offering anything at all, then you need to analyze that whether your product or service will have a scope in that particular market where you're planning to launch and open your outlet or store. So it is imperative. This is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to research. You need to do, hefty research before you execute business-based processes and decisions, because decisions are based on analytical data, which is collected through research. So if you're a business owner and you need to take decisions, then you need to analyze data and you need to do research. And in doing so, you'll also result in drafting a good business strategy for your business. So in my humble opinion, analyze the kind of work that you're doing. Just place your business, analyze your business first, and then place your business in one of the 5 strategies that I've just mentioned about. You can always ask inquiries regarding this in my through email, and I'll be happy to answer your queries. But remember one thing, it is good to have everything standardized about your business, be it operations, HR, accounts, finance, advertising, marketing, sales, inventory, anything at all. It is imperative to have everything standardized, and before standardizing everything, it is imperative to standardize the basic pillars your business will stand upon. So please work on business strategies. You need to know the kind of segment you're operating in. It will be easier for you to offer prices. It will be easier for you to develop markets. It will be easier for you to offer additional goods if you know the kind of business strategy you're doing, because it will in turn tell you the kind of pricing you should offer and the kind of customers that you are tapping. There's a huge detail behind this, but that's a thing for another time. Please work on developing business strategies. I've given you 5 basic strategies by Michael Porter. They're generic, they're applicable everywhere, and for starters, you should try and apply them on your businesses as well. Firstly, analyze the kind of strategy you're running, and then analyze whether which category you should function in or not. Okay, so I hope that I've explained everything in terms of business strategies to you. And if there are any questions, you can always ask through email and try and apply these strategies to your business. There's more coming, and stay tuned for that as well. For now, thank you very much.